Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Forbidden Radio, episode 10. I'm your host, Noah, joined by my other host, my co-host, Angel. And we have Seth back. What's up, Seth?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm having, a good time with all the pollen and stuff because it's the springtime. But just hanging in there.
Yeah, I feel that.
yep.
We have,
Double-digit episode numbers.
yeah, we actually have
Hell yeah!
we have something, some big things to talk about for Forbidden Origins today. So,
Big news.
all right, first things first. The Old Universe and Echoes of the Old Universe are on the online Barnes and Noble store. What do you guys think about
Yep,
that?
Indrum Publishing.
That's crazy to me. I think that's really cool. I didn't even think that was like a thing. I thought it had to be like through a traditional publishing house to be able to put it in Barnes and Noble. So that's really cool.
That's
That
the
was
thing.
very
Now we do
unexpected.
have that's the thing. Now we do have like a traditional publisher that is hooked up with a lot of different retailers and stuff like that. So you could probably get this in your local bookstore if any of you ask, like you ask management, you can ask them about the book.
That's right. You could request to have it stocked up in the store physically.
That's wild. That is wild. I
It
think
is.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to. There's like four around me. I mean, they're not close, but like half an hour away from me. I'm gonna go to each
Uh-huh.
one and like request for that to be stocked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my local one too.
What about you, Seth? What's your thoughts? This is a good step for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is. I didn't think that this would happen that quickly. Like getting
I
a,
know.
because we're going from self-publishing to now like somebody else is helping us publish, and this is for all books in the future too. So it'll be like book 2, Echoes 2, my comic, your comic,
Mm-hmm.
uh, pretty much anything we do now. So like that's a pretty big step for us as a company, and that's pretty cool, especially since we just expanded our ranks. Luke was on the last episode, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've had like a few so I don't know. It seems like we're starting to blow up, you know.
Yeah, it kind of came
Yeah.
out of left field for us. Eric and Armani just dropped it. The fact that we're gonna be moving into that storefront.
Yeah, I was not
Yeah.
expecting that at all.
Yeah, he just kind of like dropped it in there. It's like, hey, guess what,
Yeah.
everybody?
Yeah, he was so casual about it. I thought we would at least have like a meeting about it or something.
Well, it's
I guess
Armani,
that's
you know.
That's true. He's
yeah. Eric
honestly
and
one of the
Armani
hardest
are
working
the
men I know.
yeah, exactly. He's all he'll work for everybody basically. He'll
Yeah.
do anything all the time, and it's going to kill him one day. But
Yeah. Hey,
he
as long as I
promised he'd
get my
split
share of the
whatever
company.
profit
Yeah.
he had. So,
Also, in other news, we have a blog.
We do have a blog. I believe it's gonna be, I think he said 2 a week that we're gonna be posting.
Roughly.
yeah, twice a week. Jay did the most recent blog about the worm, and the one before that, Luke is introducing a new reporter character, like a travelogue type thing, to explore different planets in the old universe. So it's a nice way to like expand our content, because typically it'd be like months and months and months between books, but like now we have like stuff churning out that's like constant and like also growing the universe.
Yeah. I think that's really exciting. I really want to get started working on a project for the blog. I think I want to do a serial, like a serialized, like returning character type thing. I think that'd be really cool.
That's definitely something I'm going to be looking into. I have some ideas already, and I've actually been writing out on my notes for my phone some rough drafts of some stuff.
Nice. Anything you feel like sharing?
Yeah, I might have mentioned it once or twice, but I'm really all in on doing a super soldier type thing for the old universe. I call them the Voyaks. I think it's Norse
Mhm.
for soldier. But basically,
Oh, okay.
their whole thing is that they want that the Anraki wanted to counteract the Black Palace's spear energy wielders, but they don't trust spear energy wielders to like have their own, so they create a super soldier serum. Basically like an army of basically our version of Spartans from Halo, but for the
Right.
Unraki, and they're gonna use them as both frontline soldiers, like to like open up battlefields, and also like for behind enemy lines type stuff, sabotage. So
Got it.
yeah, what about you, Seth? Any ideas you want to put out there that you're gonna put onto the blog?
Nothing for the blog as of right now. Yeah, I don't really have anything for the blog. It's just my mind is like totally focused on the comic right now and the racing story. Like, so between those, that's like what I'm mostly focused on. But the blog seems pretty fun. Like, I kind of hope I get an idea for the blog eventually, because it is fun to just like knock out a short like 3-page story or something like that and just hang it up on the wall for everybody to see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you guys read Luke and Jay's stuff?
I have.
I
They're
read
pretty
Luke.
good.
Yeah, I was reading Jay's right before we started, so I didn't get to finish it, but they are pretty good, both of them.
Yeah, very different from each other too. So like that
Oh
that
yeah.
is a good thing about the blog as well. Like you get the taste of pretty much everybody and all their different like genre leanings and stuff like that.
Yeah. And if you want to check those out, you could head on over to the Forbidden Origins website and click on the Archives of the Old Universe tab, and then you'll be able to read all the blog posts on there.
Okay, fill in for the audience the account thing, because we have an account. They can create an account. What can that do for them? You guys know?
Oh, I am not sure. I think it's like
Yeah, you can
I don't know
you
if
can
it's
like
to follow
comment and
people.
stuff on the
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So you
believe
can
you could
like
like keep up
follow
with
creators.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
keep up with individual writers if you like their story specifically. You can make an account on the website, and then you could follow any of us, anyone who's posting on the blogs. You can comment and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's
I'm
kind of
not
like
sure all the inner workings of it.
like early day. If anyone knows, I mean, they're gone now, but Rooster Teeth kind of had that with their website, where you could create an account and follow creators, stuff like that. Comment on stuff, have interactions. Of course, we're gonna all have our own individual social media accounts, like Instagram and all that. But this is like more of I think this is gonna be more of a direct way to like talk to us, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you can see our profiles that we're building up, and then get to know us as well as some of our like narrative leanings. So
yeah, and it's free, so you don't have to pay.
yeah, well, that's the most important part, honestly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no paywall to that. So also,
All
it's
right.
also
Now,
an email list as well too. So
oh, that's right.
go ahead, Angel.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I was just gonna say now to the important stuff, the important topics that we're all here for. Superman reveal.
Yes, yes.
What are you guys' thoughts?
James Gunn revealed in a kind of a weird way, but also kind of cool in my opinion. The new Superman suit. It's not a full body look. It's just him putting on his boots it's like an edited photo of you know, the character David Corn Sweat. I think that's his name. Um, Putting his boots on as Superman. I think it looks cool. I like the obvious New 52 inspiration with the collar and the color scheme. You can obviously tell that that in the universe he's been through some shit because his suit's kind of scuffed. It's not the
Yeah.
bright blue. There's dirt on it. There's battle damage of some sort. I like it. What about you, Seth?
Yeah, I like it too. I rather have seen like a full body shot just to see everything, like how it catches the light and stuff like that. But I do like it. It looks a lot like the My Adventures with Superman suit,
Yeah,
which
I
I
agree.
don't know if you guys have seen that show. I love that show. I think it's like my favorite version of Superman outside of the comics.
Mhm.
Wow.
And the suit looks really good in there, and so it's pretty cool to see that in live action. He has shorts, which I personally like the shorts, but I that's why I kind of want to see the full body. So like, what exactly is the short? Is it just a situation where they painted that area red, or is it like actual shorts? Like what is going on there?
What about
I
you,
didn't even
Angel?
notice the shorts. I'm gonna be honest. I think overall the picture is a really cool shot. I do like how the suit is more damaged and stuff. Um, I honestly can't even see the shorts in the picture. I'm looking at it right now. I thought it was just like the regular like sort of like speedo cut almost.
You have to like really
Uh,
be looking at his crotch to be able to see it, but it's there.
oh
Yeah,
god, I'll have
there
to
is like
zoom in on
red
that.
there. That's why I wanted the full body just to know exactly what's going on there. But
Yeah. I do like the vibe that we're getting from the picture. Apparently, like I read some article where it was like they're trying to go for a more like calm, relaxed Superman, where it's like he knows he's indestructible, so he doesn't really have
Yeah,
anything to stress about. I think that's really cool.
that's why
yeah,
I
that's
was
very All
telling
Star Superman.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I was telling Armani that as much as when I was younger that I liked the kind of edgier or where what am I Superman. I feel like especially in this day and age with the current climate, like so, on a societal level and a political level, we need a Superman that's a little more like, hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Yeah, I'll fight this
yeah,
alien, but I'll save your cat. You know?
That's
exactly.
that. That's why I really like My Adventures with Superman because it's a lot of like what Armani like talked about in one of your previous episodes about like what am I, where am I? But it's like it's also that optimistic version of Clark Kent. Like he's just a very good person,
Exactly.
and so it's kind of like both of that, and it's probably like why that's my favorite. Like I didn't really click with the Snyder Superman films. Like I liked Man of Steel.
Hmm.
I even like Batman versus Superman, but like I came out of both of those movies going like that's not Superman. That's just
Right.
whatever he wanted. So I am optimistic for Gunn's version because like the influences he's drawing from are I think better than the influences Snyder was drawing from because like his influences were like Death of Superman, which is like a very bad story. It's like iconic, but it's a bad story. So like and if Gunn is drawing from All Star Superman, like that's the Superman I'd rather see. So
I okay, so I think I've said it before, but I walked out of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 super optimistic about James Gunn. Um and given
yeah,
what the inspirations that he's posted up that he's been inspired by for this movie, I'm excited. You know, I know people have been clowning the suit, but you know, that's just people being people. Everyone clowns the reveal of a new suit for a superhero we've already seen. It is what it is, but
Yeah.
and everyone fucking falls in love with it once the movie comes out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cavill's suit looks like garbage, like outside of Snyder's films. Like if you watch Justice League, Josh Whedon's Justice League, his suit looks like shit. But it's all depends on like the lighting and like the directing and
Exactly.
stuff because it looks really
Yeah.
good in Snyder's films. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Also, though, people just hate change. I feel like, especially on
Yeah,
the internet nowadays.
that's true.
I
Yeah.
agree. I also feel like the Snyder cult has been working overtime trying to like shit talk just the whole idea of a new Superman in general. And I
Oh,
do
for
feel like
sure.
it's been kind of being poisoning the zeitgeist, but it is what it is. I really enjoy it. I'm excited. This guy David, I forgot. I don't want to fuck up his last name. I'm just gonna call him David. He he was in one thing that I've seen on Netflix. I forgot what it was, but it was a period piece, and I believe he was pretending to be gay in the I think TV show in Hollywood in like the 40s. But if there's some scenes in there that you could obviously tell that that's where James Gunn was like, yeah, this guy would be a very good Superman, because it's very what's his Clark Kent. There you go. It's very Clark Kent the way he was acting,
Okay,
you know.
got it.
So I enjoyed that from the scenes that I saw on YouTube from that. So yeah.
That's right. I definitely want to see more of what this movie is going to be.
Yeah, okay. Actually, let's speculate real quick because I do know a few details that of course not leaks, but like that have been officially revealed. The freaking authority is going to be in it. What do you guys think
Yeah,
of that?
so it does sound like they're going for like Superman versus the Elite, or
Exactly.
what's so funny about Choose Justice the American Way,
Hmm.
which is, I think, a smart choice, especially since mainstream Superman for like the past 10 to 15 years has basically just been Injustice Superman. And
Yeah.
so they
Uh,
need to be like, this is let's set the baseline for Superman. Superman is not a piece of shit. Like let's set the baseline here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I may be out of the loop here. What is the Authority?
They're a very edgy. They're from the '90s, right, Seth?
Yeah, they're from the '90s. They're definitely a reaction to Image Comics, like
Mhm.
that, like whole thing. Like '90s Image Comics was a bunch of artists, like basically coming together, feeling hamstrung by DC and Marvel. So they like created their own like characters and stuff, and like aesthetic like that, and it's very edgy, very gun focused, like
Militaristic.
beefy, strong people.
Uh,
Yeah, militaristic. Like they tend to be superheroes that kill,
Yeah.
and so like in the '90s, you had like a lot of reactions to that from the big two. Like the Authority was one of them. Like they were just a superhero team that killed, basically. Like they were kind of like militaristic and killed. Then you had the Elite, which was like making fun of the Authority, like too. So like levels on levels on levels, and
uh,
they were the same thing, like a superhero team that killed. Batman got replaced by a murderous Batman for a little bit, as kind of like a fuck you to the fans.
Yeah.
oh, okay. That's
And
pretty cool then. I feel like it would really match the vibe of what I'm getting from this new Superman.
and honestly, it's funny because I feel like he chose this on purpose because the Authority is very much a superhero team of today. Um,
Yeah,
Everyone's fascination with the boys, with characters that kill. It's very
Oh,
much
yeah.
kind of gives me the vibe of the '90s. Granted, I wasn't born until '97, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. And I feel like that's going to be a very good juxtaposition against Superman, for this new movie, and I'm actually very excited for that because it's very reflective of today's climate.
hmm
yeah, exactly. Like the Invincibles and the Boys of the World. And Invincibles like pretty optimistic for
Yeah,
what it is.
in
Like,
comparison, yeah,
Yeah, it's just more
yeah, but
gory, I feel like.
exactly.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm fucking excited for some new Superman. I'm excited for just a new slate of DC movies, a new DC universe. You know,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
it's strong. I hope it's well written. I hope it's strong. I hope it's emotional. You know, I'm excited. You know,
yeah. Superhero films are like on a thin line right now. So hopefully, between this and Deadpool, like something good comes out of it.
Although I did see some quotes from I can't remember who it was, but some people over at Marvel were saying how they're gonna start making less movies and less shows and start focusing more on quality over quantity. So I think that's really cool too. I think
that
that'll
should have
be
been from day
Yeah.
one.
oh,
That
of
should have been
course.
their thing. I don't understand where. Don't understand why they even went with like 3 TV shows a year, 4 movies a year. That didn't make any sense to me. You're overworking your people
I think
behind the
Disney
scenes.
Plus. Yeah, I think Disney Plus just wanted a lot of content. I think it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think COVID fucked with them a little bit because they were
Oh,
like,
for sure.
we haven't put anything out in like a year, so like, how about everything? And it's like, you don't have to do that. Like,
I think it's also
we don't
just
have the
the
time.
yeah, it's just the residual hype of like Endgame and stuff where like everybody was loving Marvel, going to see every movie in theaters, and they were like, "Oh, well, we got to ride this wave, I guess." But they kind of overdid it.
yeah, they really fucked themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there weren't any good productions that came out the past like 4 years, but it's just I don't know. She-Hulk was cool, could have been better. Ant-Man the
Yeah, I
Wasp
like
was
She-Hulk too. Like, yeah,
what else? Thor Ragnarok was ugh. I liked aspects of
Uh
it though.
I think you mean what's the
Oh
name
no, I'm
called?
sorry, Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder.
Love
Yeah.
and Thunder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like Ragnarok was pretty good.
Yeah, no, Love and Thunder was what I meant. God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't even watch that one, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of stopped watching Marvel after I think the last show I watched was Captain America, or what is it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That
That
one
one
was
was cool.
that one was pretty good. But I feel like after that it kind of started going downhill.
I think a lot of people fell
yeah, like,
off like after WandaVision.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
WandaVision was
Around Moon
great though.
Knight too. I remember a lot of people like just stopped.
Yeah. Oh, I never even watched Moon Knight, but everybody said it was really good, so I've been meaning to watch it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. It's not the same universe though, that's the thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's been confirmed to be in the same universe, but from what I remember, it wasn't in the same universe.
Okay,
I
got it.
think it's supposed to be, but they don't care. I think that was mostly where they
Oh, okay.
fell in. It's like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, they've been playing fast and
Anyway,
loose with what's canon and what's not.
Yeah. I think also they kind of went overboard with the whole like connected universes thing too, and that's kind of what was the downfall of modern Marvel because like since like all the Avengers movies started doing really good, I feel like they try to connect everything, and I feel like they should have focused more instead on the individual stories instead of trying to see how they would fit all together.
Well, they went a little too hard, too fast with the multiverse.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
That's something you need to do, like over time. That's not something you do. Oh, this is our next like saga, but it's like okay, but you, not that. To me, okay, to me it wasn't confusing because I'm a comic guy, and
Yeah.
like the multiverse is it's always been there in my from what I remember.
Mhm.
But for general audiences, they're just like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
too much to keep up with.
exactly.
Yeah,
I think
even
that's
Spider-Man jumped into it too fast. I think, like
Oh
the
yeah.
live-action Spider-Man,
yeah.
they should not have done that this soon.
Yeah, that felt super forced.
That should have been a that should have been part of the college trilogy, in my opinion. That was
Yeah.
Yeah,
way
or like
too.
at the very end of it, or something like that. Like, I don't know. That version of Spider-Man needs like a small story to actually like truly be Spider-Man, like away from other superheroes.
Yeah. We need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like that
Yeah,
the what is it? No Way Home, is that the newest one?
Yeah.
That felt more like it could have been like the end to the Spider-Man story.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was cool though.
Oh, it was definitely an enjoyable movie, but I just think
I know
like
where you're coming from. I know where.
story-wise, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was good though.
What you said? Did you like
Yeah,
it?
it's more like the general concept is like where it fucked up. Like you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have to do that. You did it well, but you didn't have to do it.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
I think they just wanted to up across the spider or into the Spider Verse. I think that's all. That's why they wanted to do it, just to up that, you know,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
because
or
think they
maybe
just
not even
saw
up
how
it,
much
just
that
like
movie made and
yeah,
went like,
yeah, I
let's
think
do
that's what
that.
it was. It's like how like studios will always try to copy each other, like depending on what's making the most money. I think it was just that. Like they're like, "Oh, Spider-Man and Multiverse does really well. Let's do that."
I
Yeah, and all
mean,
the fans screaming for Toby and like Andrew to come back.
Oh
So I
yeah,
think they were like, okay, I think we got like a sure thing if we do this.
easy
and
billion,
it worked. Yeah,
cool little billion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some pocket
yeah.
change.
You know who? Wait a minute. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So the thing about Spider-Man 2, him and the multiverse kind of just they just go hand in hand. It's been proven with the comics. We got Into the Spider Verse, and then we have No Way Home. What I'm excited for though is the fact that I think the rumor is that Spider-Man 4 is going to be against the Kingpin, and it's going to be a grounded New York story.
Yeah,
That's
that's
going
what
to
I've
be
been
cool.
hearing.
Ethan is a good choice for a Spider-Man story. Like that is a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been ops since like day one. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
And it's supposed to be D'Onofrio.
was
Very
that
good.
the
He's a
guy
good champion.
from the TV show?
Yes.
Yeah,
Um, what was it, the Hawkeye one?
Yeah, he was from the Daredevil Netflix show, and then Hawkeye,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and that guy killed it as fucking Kingpin.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be really exciting then.
Speaking of Daredevil, the new TV show is being filmed right now. I think they actually wrapped up.
They're
I
making a
hope
new
it's
one.
good.
Yes, and I agree with you, Seth. I hope it's good too.
It's it's supposed to be a continuation, right? Like it's
Yes.
like I still haven't like seen season 3 of Daredevil, but like which I heard is like the best one.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I think is a
that's cool.
reference to
Frank
Bullseye.
Miller.
Well, yeah, it's a reference to different
Yeah,
things,
it's the
but
Frank
like,
Miller story. Yeah.
yeah, I think because Bullseye is showing up again,
Oh, okay.
and at the end there was a cliffhanger at the end of season 3.
Oh
So
yeah, I never watched it past season one.
gotta get on that, bro.
I'm gonna kill Karen.
there's
Is
so
that
much
what you're gonna do?
so much to watch. I'm just like overwhelmed. Like I want to watch Fallout 2. People are saying that that one's really good.
Same. I'm waiting to watch that with my
Everything.
girlfriend, but we're in the middle of watching Parasite right now. I think so.
Ah, okay.
The movie or the TV show based off the anime?
Yeah, there's like a Korean show based off, and it's like usually like you watch like the Death Note K drama, and you're like, this looks like absolute garbage. Hey, cat, stop. It looks like absolute garbage, but like no, like the effects on this new show look really fucking good somehow.
Yeah, my dad was watching it. It looked pretty cool.
Are you guys anime watchers?
I'd watch like maybe one a year.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way.
I
Like I
appreciate it. I'm more of an 80s, 90s anime guy.
okay, that's fair.
I mean, I do appreciate some
That is
modern
a
anime.
vibe.
Yeah.
Have you seen Pluto?
No.
So
Enlighten
that's
me.
a recent anime, but it's based on like an older manga, and it's like a 10 episode. They're hour-long episodes, and it's like 10 episodes of a neo noir detective story about like mechs and like robots,
Oh, damn.
and it's actually a spin-off of Astro Boy,
Oh, is it really?
but it's yeah, like Astro Boy's like in the show, and like you're watching it, and like you keep seeing this like robotic boy, and you're like, why does he look familiar? And then you start seeing like the scientists and stuff like that, like this looks very familiar until like somebody says Astro Boy, and you're like, wait, what? This is an Astro Boy show?
Holy shit.
Wait, this actually
But no,
looks cool.
it's that show's incredible. Like recommend that show quite a bit. That's like one of my favorite animes, and it came out like last year. Like I'd say, yeah,
What's
I
it
think
on?
I've seen it on Netflix.
On Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that shit out. I like Astro
Yeah,
Boy.
definitely added to my list.
Yeah, Astro Boy's good. It has like that 80s, 90s anime vibe to it, like you said.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I appreciate
Because
like
of the way it looks.
I appreciate anime for what it is. And there's a lot of cool like modern anime that I like Attack on Titan. It's just I grew up on Cowboy Bebop and all that shit, so there's always
Has
been more
that
my
like
style.
nostalgic effect.
Yeah, definitely. I mean JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is fucking sick. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Really? I found it kind of hard to get into. I tried watching it. I watched like a couple episodes. Maybe I
That makes
just wasn't
sense.
paying enough attention.
Yeah, it's not
No,
everyone's
the first
cup of tea.
part kind of sucks, but
Okay,
it's awesome.
got it.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Seth.
You're
It's
allowed-
ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, it does like set like some. It does do some table setting, but like that first like 10 episodes are kind of rough to get through. It's like the second part is where like things really pick up.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of animes like that, where like the beginning is like either really slow or just really confusing, but then it like picks up after maybe like 10 episodes.
Yeah, if you, I would recommend just skipping to a part that sounds interesting to you, just because like they're kind of disconnected in that way.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Yeah,
That's-
like I enjoyed watching it all the way through. Like that's how I did it. But yeah, part one is kind of rough.
And honestly, like, so sometimes I tell people, well, I always tell them it's kind of acquired taste, but also if you're going in there based off that like your knowledge of the memes, it's probably not gonna live up to it.
Oh, yeah, and see, that's really all I know about it is like JoJo stands, like all the memes or whatever.
Yeah, because then you're kind of waiting for those moments, but then you have
Yeah.
the actual TV show to watch, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah, I feel like that happens with a lot of TV shows though. Like especially nowadays where like every show has like a ton of edits or memes or whatever.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
The meme
So then it
industry
gets
is,
added
is astounding.
Hmm.
Fuck, what was I gonna? I was gonna ask you guys something in regards to anime, but oh yeah. Speaking of anime, the Drake and Kendrick beef.
Yeah, that's some anime shit right there.
Exactly.
Great segue.
Oh my god. Oh fuck, dude. This has been the Drake Kendrick thing has like been feeding my soul, bro. Like, oh my god, I fucking hate Drake so much. And then this happened. I was so happy. Oh, thank God, dude. Everybody hates him now. It's so good.
Yeah, it's like what's the word? Validating to be able to hate him now for an actual reason.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like I thought he was like a pedophile back in like 2014, like after the whole fucking Stranger Things thing happened.
Right, right.
But oh my god, now everybody's screaming that shit in clubs. It's so great.
Nah, man. Even before that, he brought. I still remember like where I was when I saw that video because there's a video of him bringing an underage fan on stage. Like years ago. I still remember being in my film class watching that, thinking that's weird. And now it's coming back to light, and people are like, "Oh, that's fucking weird." It's like, yeah, no shit, dog. Like, the fuck. Like his music is. I think his music is good, but there was always a weird vibe to him, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
for
agree
sure.
with you, Seth.
Yeah,
Like people finally catching on. It's like, yeah, thank you. People thought it was fucking nuts.
Yeah, the one I
Yeah,
remember
fuck that
seeing,
guy.
it was a picture of him like hugging on a model, but apparently she was like 16 or something. Just so many weird things that are like,
Yeah, there's another picture of like him just going on a date with this 18-year-old girl that he knew for like years.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like, he
and it was
waited
like
till
the
she was, like,
day she
18
turned
and shit.
18. Yeah,
And that's what
apparently
kind
he
of
was like, he
I'm
was
sorry?
like hanging out with Kylie Jenner when she was like 16 too.
Yeah, he is a pro at that. He's a pro at that thing.
Yep.
Oh, and that picture
And that-
of Millie Bobby Brown, they were on a fucking boat.
Really? I
They were
didn't
on a
see that
yacht.
one.
Yeah, they were on a fucking yacht. I posted it a couple days ago on my story. I'm like,
Disgusting.
dog, what the fuck?
And then the fact that he brought
Yeah,
Millie
you
Bobby
should-
Brown's name up himself.
Yes.
Like no one said any name specifically, and then he
Kendrick
goes and
didn't say
brings it up.
shit, and he fucking self-reported his ass.
Yeah, just tells on himself. Classic Drake.
Oh, did you
Corny ass
see
Canadian, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, he is so fucking corny. But did you see like some of the stuff that happened today?
No,
with
what
the
happened today?
shooting and stuff?
So, you know how the Heart Part 6, the very last diss song, Drake
Yes.
mentions how, haha, I fooled you, I tricked you into thinking all these things, we gave you all these things, and you got tricked. Well, turns out he was fucking lying, and then like the guy who like gave Kendrick all the information, like he started making videos. And he started going like, "This is how I found out about this shit. This is me at his fucking hotel, this like hanging out with him, and like all this shit." So it turns out that Drake did not feed Kendrick any false information.
Oh
Didn't
my
know about the mole, and it was just like him basically listening to Drake fans like kind of coping.
Mhm.
Because like after, like I think like after not Euphoria, but maybe 616, like a lot of Drake fans were going like, oh, maybe he's like actually like feeding him information, like false information, and so like that. So it seems like that's what Drake was doing, like just listening to what fans said, like, oh, that'll be a good one. Let me get him.
Let me use
Yo,
that.
did you guys see the stuff that happened with the shooting at Drake's house?
I heard there was a shooting, but I don't know any information about it.
Okay, what I learned today, granted this was from a TikTok video, so I don't know if this is 100% facts, but so there was a shooting near Drake's house, which apparently injured a security guard,
Mm-hmm.
and then police started investigating, and they were like, how, because apparently like guns aren't allowed in Canada or something like that. So they
Yeah.
were like, how do they get a gun here, and how are they able to shoot this security guard? So they started digging. Turns out the security company doesn't exist, and the car that was labeled like security is owned by Drake. Like it was in his name. So people are starting to speculate that he set up the shooting to try to frame Kendrick, to try to, like, I guess, take him down. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is all just rumors, but that's what I've heard.
That's crazy. He is such a fucking snake. He's such a liar.
Yeah.
Do we think Kendrick's gonna drop a response, or do you think that he's just gonna it's over?
Hopefully, but I heard that like UMG, like the Universal Music Group, is like trying to squash the beef, and this has like happened before with between like Drake and Pusha T. Like somebody else had to step in
Yeah.
because it seems like if Drake goes down, then a lot of people will go down. So it seems like
Exactly.
they kind of don't want that to happen. So we'll see. It seems like they're trying to stop Kendrick from just shit talking more.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It could just be that Kendrick takes his time on things.
I mean, he took two.
So
He took
we'll
2
see.
weeks for that first track, right?
He did, and then it was all fucking weekend, bro. He just
Yeah.
kept dropping.
Non-stop.
Exact, dude. The fucking response after was it Family Matters?
Yeah, the 30 minutes after.
Jesus Christ, dude! I saw that shit and I was like, no fucking way. Are you serious? Kendrick, I'm
That's
getting.
tough,
Let me get my
bro.
milkshake, dog. I'm in the fucking drive-thru. let me
Oh,
drink
man.
my brownie
He's such
milkshake
a
in peace.
Well, I'm just praying on Drake's downfall no matter what.
Yo, also
Yeah,
that too. Kendrick taught me I have not been hating like hard enough. Okay.
Right?
He's like, I'm going to dedicate my whole career. Like, my career might end, but yours, you will go down with me.
God, dude, I thought I was a hater, man. This motherfucker was born hating. I love it.
I think you need to drop a diss track now.
Against my fucking coworkers.
Yeah.
And fuck all you guys. When this writing shit takes off, I'm out.
Yep, that's the goal.
But didn't Kendrick say he has like songs upon songs in his back pocket about this whole thing?
That's probably true.
I could have sworn I read
He could probably
somewhere.
make it like an album or two.
Yeah, I think straight up he has enough to make a fucking album.
Jesus. Then
Which
maybe it is someone else stepping in, trying to squash.
Yeah, because like the song Like That, the one that kind of started the beef,
Uh-huh.
not really started the beef, but like it started this current like round. Like UFG did send, like Drake did send a cease and desist to keep that
Yeah.
fuck the big three like song out of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if this
So
is
it could
what
be universal. Just
I wonder if this is what our parents felt when they lived through the Tupac Biggie beef.
Well, my parents don't even know who that is, so I don't think so.
Oh,
But yeah, probably in that generation, it was, yeah,
because this is on that level. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Two Titans just going at it. And
It-
honestly,
it-
no, go ahead, Seth.
it ended poorly for them.
That's true.
Yeah.
It got fucking violent. So
Yeah, this one might too, but we'll see. This is more like if Tupac went against Snow, the guy that did like Informer, that like Canadian rapper that pretended he was Jamaican.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nah, but
I don't think
Kendrick's
Kendrick would
music
turn it
was better.
violent.
No, I think Drake would. Drake definitely
Yeah,
would
oh,
try
for
some
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
But
We'll
Drake's,
see. Kendrick also seems like he's fucking crazy.
yeah, but I feel like
too
he's more
smart for
subtle
that.
about
He's
it.
calculated.
He's more
he
subtle
is.
about it.
I feel like he's more targeted with his crazy. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be
Drake
kind of nuts
seems more
to be a fucking performer. So yeah.
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 I mean, on all honesty, everyone in fucking Forbidden Origins is kind of crazy too.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get it.
Exactly. And yeah, and honestly, going back to Drake, he's too much of a dumbass. Like, he's stupid enough to try something, but he's stupid enough for it to blow up in his face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna backfire for sure.
Exactly.
He's stupid, and he picks fights with like everybody is beefing
Yeah.
with him. Like have you like Childish Gambino's beefing with him, The Weeknd's beefing with him,
Exactly.
like Kanye. Like he has a whole list of enemies, bro.
Metro Boomin. Did you guys see the tweets that resurfaced?
Oh, the weird shit he was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, how
Like,
he might be a little
Yeah.
a little sex fest as well. Yeah,
yeah, he likes him young too. Jesus.
they're all
Christ.
bad.
Yeah.
Every celebrity sucks.
Yeah, I mean the fucking Met Gala, bro. Oh my god, just one airstrike,
Yeah, let
man.
them be cake, bro.
Dude, I saw that shit and I was like, one good mortar strike, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all it would take.
Are you on the block train too?
On the what?
The block train, like how
Oh.
everybody's like just blocking every.
Not
Oh,
yet.
I don't even interact with celebrities on social media, so
I thought that was a Palestinian thing, like because they're not speaking up on Palestine.
oh god.
Well, that and well, they'll definitely for sure,
I
but
feel like
like
it goes
all
hand in
of
hand.
that's connected.
Yeah.
Like that Met Gala shit, like that happens because like,
Mhm.
Israel's like bombing the fuck out of Palestine. Like it's all connected.
Yeah, fucking Israel, man. I don't know if you guys want to get into that or not.
I don't mind.
I mean, it's your podcast.
Seth, you're part of the
There's no
company, so
regulations for this.
technically, Seth, it's also your podcast. So
I mean, that's true. You're the
Yeah,
host, though, but like I'm down. Fuck Israel. Fuck what they're doing.
yeah, free
Free
Palestine
Palestine.
for real.
yeah, I put on my uncle. He is a professor. I'm not going to say where, but over here in Cali, and he's been joining the protests.
Rad.
Yeah, I got a couple pins today. I'm going to put on my Walmart vest just to piss off the 50 to 70-year-old white person demographic over in my fucking store.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna say something that might be kind of controversial, but I feel like they became what they ran from. You know?
It's
Who
kind
is
of
they?
hard.
Got it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's hard to say because like it's also co-opting like the Jewish identity just to
Yeah.
Well, like okay,
like because it's not really.
I'm not trying to say like Jews in general. I'm saying their government.
No, no,
Israel.
no, no. I get what
Right,
you're
right,
saying.
right.
I get what you're saying because like, but also Israel's like treats Holocaust survivors terribly.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So it's like it's. I don't know if it's like they became what they ran from, or if they were always this and then decided to use the trauma in their own thing.
Yeah,
It's
they're using it as like
hard to tell.
a bulletproof vest. Of
Yeah, the
saying
shield.
like, oh well, we can't cause a genocide if we were victims of one. See, it's
Yeah,
like,
most Zionists
oh,
are like Christians, so it's like.
right?
And the amount of Americans over there is astounding.
Yeah, every video I see of with like an American accent talking about how they're their homeland, I'm like, okay.
I mean, in all
Uh,
honesty, like that fucking that whole area, different demographics, different religions, fucking since like the beginning of time. But that doesn't mean you have to fucking kill people over shit like that, you know?
right.
That's just
Absolutely not. It's just
that's always been my issue with the Middle East in general. It's like y'all, like, I get it, religion's important to you guys, but it's at the end of the day, it's okay. This is just me saying this, not reflective of you guys, but to me, it's just a bunch of sand and rocks. You know, the fucking killing each other over that shit is just it's pathetic in my opinion. You know, just coexist.
I mean, that argument could be made about every war, every conflict.
That's true. The
that's
only
true, and especially in the Middle East, which is basically it's just been a hotbed for colonialism,
yeah.
like over and
Yeah,
over
at
again.
the end of the
Europe,
day, that's what it
just-
is.
yeah,
It's like imperialism, colonialism. Just
yeah,
being
Europe
done
just
better.
deciding to divide it however they want, and
Control
like
their
Yeah.
borders.
America propping up dictators in the area and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's all
And in
fucking
other
bad.
news, Microsoft shut down a bunch of studios.
Oh yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so the thing that pisses me off about that the most is the fact that they came on record saying, "Oh, we're acquiring these studios to get us, fucking awards, right?"
Yeah.
And then they go and they shut down these studios. It's just the mind. It boggles the mind,
Yeah.
and that's
pisses
a
me
lot
off.
of creatives who do good work are now out of a fucking job in an industry
Yeah.
where it's hard to get a job.
Right. Yeah.
After you spent billions buying them, too, and just
Dude, that's
getting
such
rid
a
of everything
scummy
they
move.
have, it's like okay.
And then Sony with the fucking PSN requirement to play
Oh my god.
games on the PC.
I hate big
Yeah.
corporations.
It's all just people wanting everything to themselves, basically.
Yep. It's just greed. Cuz apparently like even though they walked back like the whole like oh you need a PSN account whatever, the game is still like unavailable for purchase in a bunch of countries where you can't make
Yeah,
a
they
PSN
pulled it,
account.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't think they refunded anybody who already had the game.
No, they did.
Um,
Oh, did they?
Ubisoft route, like, you just don't own it. You just don't own
Right.
anything anymore.
No, they refunded it, and I think that's probably what got Sony to bend the knee for Helldivers.
Oh, okay.
Was all the
Uh,
refunds that were just pouring in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I thought it was just from the backlash, but you're right. They were losing a ton of money. That's definitely what it was.
the EU is usually like pretty good about suing tech companies for doing stupid shit like this, and then
Mhm.
like they have to end up keeping upholding those laws in the US and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that happens with the Ubisoft, like you don't own anything digital
Dude, that's
type.
so insane.
Yeah, because it's like if I'm spending like a $70 game is a $70 game in box or digitally. Like
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
the
difference.
craziest part. Like if it was cheaper, if it was like way cheaper to buy digitally, then I understand like, oh, okay, I don't own it. But if you're going to charge me the same price that it does to go down to the store and buy the physical copy, then there's no reason why I shouldn't own a digital version of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm hoping the EU or somebody sues and goes like, no, actually you can't do that.
You know what? You do own it. We were wrong. Hopefully.
Well, the EU's always been better about consumer protections than the US, but that's because of all the fucking lobbying over here.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yeah, the same, like the I think the same thing happened with phones and like you know how like they get shitty after a year or two.
yes,
I think
Yeah.
the
yes,
EU sued them and then they started getting better about that. And that's like across the board. Like once a big enough place goes like, no, you can't fucking do that. It has to happen everywhere else for it
yes.
to make sense business wise.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were the ones that were trying to regulate microtransactions, right?
Yeah, them in China
Oh well,
Oh
we
yeah, I did hear about
went
China
pretty
was
hard on
really
that.
big on that. Yeah.
like the one good thing they've done in the past 10 years. I'm sure the Uyghurs are doing just fine.
Right.
So, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
the,
All right,
the
sweet.
Uyghur Muslims. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're just as bad as we are, if not worse at this point.
Yep.
Um, do you guys play Helldivers?
Nope.
I don't have a situation right now where I can play online games.
Uh-huh.
So, unfortunately, I have not.
Yeah, I'm kind of a
I
slut
just
for
never
Helldivers.
got into it.
I bought the new well, it's called a Warbound, but I guess the battle pass for them. I bought it, but
Uh,
that's only because like one of the fact that the Sony walked it back, and then the community man. I don't know if it was no. I think the head of Arrowhead. I think it's Arrowhead Studios that makes Helldivers. He put out a poll and he said, "Do you guys want us to release it now on on like after everything that's happened?" And everyone voted yes, basically. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool,
it's a good game. A good game is a good game.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, speaking on price points, for the if we were to release a video game, what price do you think would be good? Like if we had control of the pricing.
Depends on what the game is. Because I only know that I don't know how much I could say, but it depends on like how big in scope it is and how much work it. If it's all Armani, then I don't know.
Armani just does everything,
He
and we
just
have to
makes the whole
charge
game.
$200 for it. Yeah.
Yeah, if he writes all the music, if he's like doing all the animations, all the cutscenes, all the voice acting, I don't know, maybe $20. Just
You joke, but I would pay like a good $50 just to like see how that would turn out. He does all the voice acting for the women, the men.
Dude, that would
I
be so funny.
just even if it's internal, I would still pay money to be able to see that.
Yep.
The absolute madman that is our fucking captain.
Dude,
One of our
he's
captains.
kind of insane.
Yeah, he
He
kind
said
of
he didn't
scares
even
me.
sleep. I know that guy's a machine.
I wish I had that
He's
drive.
working on like right. He's working on like 20 different projects at once.
yeah,
Insane.
animations, fucking making a video.
Writing book two.
Holy shit!
Setting the blog up.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Oh, my cats just went crazy. Oh my god. Whew.
God, what a guy! What a guy! What a guy!
Yeah, he's a good guy to have as the captain of our ship.
Meanwhile, Eric's over there just
Yeah, you need
counting
kind
the
of
money.
someone driven.
Counting up all the money, just kicking back,
That's the
letting Armani
interesting
do
thing
everything.
about Luke too. Like Luke seems like pretty driven in a similar way.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what's funny in talking about drive? I, as much as like I want to. Okay, so after I work a full time job, right? And when I get home,
Yes, yeah,
I don't know. Just the last thing I want to do is write, despite the fact that I know that's what I want to do. I'm trying to figure out a schedule to get myself on that because like I kind of want to, in a way, Armani, Luke now too recently, their drive has been kind of like in the back of my mind. You know, like I don't know if I want to match their drive necessarily, but I need to be productive. You know what I'm saying?
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
And the last thing I want is to get
yeah.
like
It
a
is
phone
mentally
call.
taxing.
Yeah, like to get like a phone call or a text like, "Yo, we need to talk about like your status within the company." You know,
Yeah.
like, or do you
We
want
I,
to
all
I had
be?
the
do the
exact same thought.
podcast pretty often, so
Yeah, that's the one thing that's keeping me relevant in the company.
Same.
This-
Me more so. You're actually working on something. I'm not. I don't have anything in the works right now. This is the one thing keeping me here.
don't worry, you're still relevant.
we got time for echoes too as well. So.
Facts.
How's your comic coming along, Seth? You don't have to speak too much about it if you don't want
Uh,
to, but you know.
No, pretty good. The first issue is basically done. We're just trying to figure out what to do with the title, like graphics wise, and like just setting the text to paper. Because like Kareem drew everything, and then now he's adding all the words and stuff that I wrote to it. I almost done with issue 3, like writing it.
Yeah.
I got a
Nice.
storyboard after that. So we're cooking pretty well on that. So it should be the first issue should be done by the beginning of June, and then after that we'll kind of figure out kind of release schedules and stuff like that because we kind of want to have stuff banked
Yes,
before we start releasing.
that's very
Right.
smart. I like that strat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the plan is to have 6 issues, and we don't want to release the first one and then like 3 months later issue 2, and then 2
Yeah.
months later issue 3, 5 months issues like that's a good way to get people disinterested. So we kind of just want to keep a consistent schedule. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can have all of them start rolling out, but we'll see.
That's
Oh,
cool. I'm excited.
speaking of that, can you send me your scripts? Because I want to, if that's okay, because I want to see some examples for like my comic because I've kind of been putting that off. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but just like it's kind of new for me, even though I've written film scripts. Writing a comic script.
It is very different from writing. It is very different, just
Yeah.
because of the way you have to break it down and like.
Uh-huh.
You know how, like, in a screenplay, you don't write. You're not supposed to write like camera directions. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
In this, you basically do have to. You'd be like, no, I need it to look exactly like because you're talking to the artist
Exactly.
specifically. So yeah, so it is more technical than like a novel or even a screenplay, which is already kind of technical.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we're doing it slightly differently than most other people do it. Since I'm also storyboarding it, and like most places, like the big two don't do that. Like the writer writes and then the artist like draws it. The storyboarding is different because like I'm writing basically to remind myself this is how to draw it. So it's not about like being pretty or stuff like that. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's kind of how I've been approaching it.
I like that. It's just like okay, so I have the first page and a half written, right, for the one comic that I'm working on for the Voyax. And I kind of like how it's turned out so far, but at the same time it just feels intimidating to me to put that much detail because I know what you said is you're right. You're talking to the artist, you know. And it's just been kind of I have ADHD, so I'm always like everywhere. So it's kind of hard for me to like sit down and do that. I feel like writing a short story is easier, or just writing just a regular story is easier for me. But I definitely
That's
want
true.
to see. I feel like for comics, we should have some kind of like template, and I feel like maybe basing off of how you're doing yours will probably be the best for us as like a group. You know?
That's smart.
Yeah, yeah. That could be good. How are so? Are you choosing go like I need this to be 8 pages, and that's like what you're struggling with? What are you like exactly struggling with? I'm like trying to get it.
Because so
Like, are you?
I've seen like different terms, different just like how do I explain it? I guess just like the technical aspect of it of like how like okay, this is like that panel, this is that panel. The details are kind of easy for me. It's just telling him telling the artist what this panel is going to be, what kind of panel is this going to be. This is going to be like a full page shot. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
I guess that's what I'm struggling to get to wrap my head around. It's been like a few weeks since I've touched my comic. I'm sure
yeah,
if I were to like bring it up and like talk to you about it, I could probably explain to you like my thought process and what's like baffling me. You know?
yeah. Because it's definitely a medium where you have to think in still pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Because like what a lot of things. One thing that like beginning comic book writers will do is like they'll like think of things, two or three things happening in one panel, like when that is not how things would work sequentially.
Yeah.
Like Superman picks up a girl and then like drops her off on a building. Like no, that's like two panels minimum,
Mm-hmm.
not just one panel. So it is definitely like you just have to think still images, and I think the storyboarding has actually been very helpful for that. So like I'm writing like one draft, right?
Yeah.
And how I write is maybe weird or like stupid, but like how I write is that I spend forever on the first draft. Like I am constantly thinking about it and like going like I'm like drafting it in my head basically, then doing it on the paper, then going back in my head and then like doing it like in order, which is I feel like most writers don't go like from beginning to end. I feel like they jump around a lot. Like no, I'm from the beginning like trying to figure that out, and then I move on to the next bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get to the storyboarding process, that's basically my draft two. Because then I'm like, because that's when I figure out, oh, that idea does not work. To draw, you cannot draw that. Like, I think you've seen my drawing. They're like stick figures.
Yeah, that's how mine are too.
Yeah, but like it teaches you like exactly what information you can get on a page or
Mm-hmm.
like in a panel. So I feel like if you just start thinking about the storyboarding process now, it might help you.
Oh, I have a few pages
Because then it
storyboarded.
might. Oh, there you go. So like that, like you kind of get a sense of like what the story looks like then, right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, and also keep in mind too, I was also like super depressed when I was like writing this, so that might also be. I'm not really depressed right now. Um, so that might have been a factor. That probably, in fact,
Congratulations.
that probably was. Thanks. Um, I think it's because I have a girlfriend now, so that's also like a factor into like my depression. Um,
Blah, blah.
Into
uh,
causing it or
no,
helping
no,
it?
no, helping it. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Got it.
yeah, I should have clarified because if she's gonna listen, Jesus Christ. Um, but but like now I feel a little more motivated. Like for example, I've been going to the gym a lot. That also helps out with my motivation. I feel
Mhm.
like once I
Yeah,
revisit it, that's probably gonna help me out. You know, so
yeah. Your mental state definitely factors in a lot of it because, like you said, like doing full time work and then coming home and you're like, I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you kind of don't even want to move.
yeah, dude. Because
Yeah,
I
so
I
I got
have I have my Discord connected to my PSN. So
Uh-huh.
when I hop on a game on like the PS5 or if I hop on a game over here on Steam on the PC,
Oh,
I'm
it
like,
says,
fuck.
huh?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. Are these guys gonna see me fucking playing when that's the one thing I will say. The cool thing about Eric Armani, and I've always said this: they don't fucking badger you, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
yeah,
And we've had a conversation about this already. They're like, we're not gonna bug you, dude. So once you get it done is when you get it done. But like my dad, kind of put it in my head years ago when I was first playing sports. Like, it's easy to get on the team. Staying on it is the hard part. You know, I'm trying to get over that, even though it's good. It is good advice. You know, it is like a good thing to kind of live by. But when you have like anxiety and shit,
Yeah.
it's just like fuck. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing too. So you guys are also discounting the work that you guys are doing for the website, and like for the company. It's like you guys do a podcast every week. Hey, that's still.
Well,
Like I didn't know if I would have the time to even do this today, and you guys are like figuring it out like week by week. Like you guys like are doing things, and it's like you might not feel like you are, but you are doing things.
well, thank you. Even though most weeks we kind of show up and just with no plan, no direction, and sometimes we skip weeks, but
You know, that's
at
life,
least we're
baby.
doing something.
That's life, baby. Here
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, but I think don't stress about it too much, Noah. Like don't put so much pressure on yourself, You'll
Yeah,
get
I
there
know.
when
And
you
like
can.
it is important to like enjoy enjoy your like works of art and stuff like that. That's not like it's okay
yeah.
to play video games because like that shit can inform like I don't know like it can inspire you.
Yeah.
You've definitely been inspired by Armored Core, like hearing from Armani in the game and stuff like that. Like I did see some Armored Core in there,
Mhm.
like in the story he told, and I'm like, yeah. So like that's the thing. Like the racing story that I coming up with was because I was playing a Yakuza game,
Oh, really?
and yeah, it. You know how like there's like real arcade games in Yakuza.
Yeah.
Like you could go to a Sega arcade and like start playing. There was like just a racing like beat 'em up game, and I'm like, oh, and I just started thinking. So it is kind of important to like broaden your horizons by like watching movies, like reading books, playing video games.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think that's also when I was in the film programs that I've been in. I think that's kind of what helped me out when I made my short films for school, because a lot of these guys. Okay, also, if you ever this is for anybody out there. If you're into film, right, and you kind of like watching different things, you like playing video games, you're gonna meet people in film programs if you go to school for that are fucking pretentious, where they only watch European movies.
Oh God.
And that's all they watch. And if you tell them, oh, this video game has a really good story, they're gonna laugh at you and say, no, it doesn't. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Your knowledge of different action movies, different like video games, and let's say you watch like Tarantino, all that, all the stuff you watch, it's gonna help you. It's gonna make your film better than theirs. All right, you're gonna have different shots in your head. You're gonna have different ways of telling stories in your head, and with that knowledge, you're gonna make a really good short film. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because God damn it, I did. So
I would love to see that.
I wish I had it. It was on all my short films from film school or the film program. They were on a drive that I can't find anymore, and I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Damn, that sucks.
Unfortunate.
That sucks.
I will say this though, being so diverse in what I watch and what I consume in terms of media has really helped out with writing.
Yeah, it does. It does. Like you consuming other perspectives will do that. So like, it is important to watch those European movies just as much as it's important to watch fucking Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diversity is like the most important thing in both medias and genres.
Yeah. Speaking of
like
the video game. Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you could learn as much from a video game than you can from a movie. As long as you have like the vision for it. Like if you know what you're looking for, you'll find it.
Perfectly said. Couldn't have said it any better. Yeah, we can talk about the video game a little bit. So the past couple weeks, myself and a small cadre of people in the Forbidden Origins team have been, well, it was hypothetical now. We kind of have something right now that's a little more tangible. But we've been working on a game. And in our head, it's going to be a third-person God of War-esque RPG. And the story, in my opinion, is a little more like Resident Evil 4, where you have your character, there's a mission, you have a secondary character that sometimes you have to protect, sometimes you don't. And I think once we get a full team on this, be it indie or AAA, It's gonna turn out pretty good because the story itself, I think, is pretty solid. You guys, I think you guys have seen the story, right? Like what Armani typed out.
Yeah.
So
I did not.
yeah, there's
I'm
all
not gonna
kinds
lie,
of
sometimes
Yeah, I think it was
skim
just
through
me
those
and Luke in
messages.
that thing.
yeah. What'd you say, Angel?
Said I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes just skim through the longer messages.
Yeah, same. I'll see Seth and Luke interacting, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a thread, baby.
Yeah. Or any time that like especially if it's something that's like not directed towards me, I'll be like, oh, I'm probably not gonna need to read this whole thing. So I'll,
Your
I'll
eye,
skim through it. See if,
your eyes just glaze over.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I will say this: the story involves a cult, and you're fighting to stop it. That's about it. Which, in retrospect, yeah, that is very Resident Evil 4. But yeah, Seth, what are your thoughts so far?
It looks cool. I definitely want more games where you fly, because like there are not enough games where you fly that feel good.
Yeah.
That's-
Like, I
Ironically,
played
think
that-
one of the
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, I think one of the best games I've played where like the flight feels good is like the Lego superhero games.
That's funny.
Probably right, because I played the Avengers game and you can fly in that, and it feels like absolute garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never played that one, but I've heard horror stories.
I played it. Jesus Christ! The only good thing about that game was the Captain America gameplay.
Damn.
I think the story was fine, but they just tacked on so much bullshit on top of it.
Miss Marvel was a choice.
I think it's a good choice.
I mean, okay, I like Miss Marvel as a
But-
character. I just think if you're gonna do an Avengers game, at least for the first installment, right? Keep it with like
Yeah.
the ones that we know. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, Miss Marvel wasn't that well known in general audiences. I don't think her show was out yet.
No, but
No,
she,
I
but
think
in terms of like, if you're a comic fan, like she definitely is like the fan favorite. So
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
she was
a
cool.
good choice, I think. But it's just like I'm not sure if any of the pieces would have come together.
But the choice to make it a live service game was weird.
That and like fucking Suicide Squad is
Yeah.
similar.
why-
Suicide Squad plays better. Like I got like really depressed. You know, like how after you like been with the piece of media for a while and then it ends, and
Yeah.
you're kind of sad for a bit and you don't really know what to fill it with. Like
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy like 7 Rebirth, and I put 150 hours into that game.
Damn.
And then I finished, and I was like, oh, well, fuck, that's all I've been playing. And then Suicide Squad was like half off, so I'm like, okay. Okay. And it's the same thing. Like, there's a good game buried underneath so much bullshit that it's like just disappointing. Even like when cool shit's happening, you're just disappointed.
Oh.
I agree with you. There definitely was potential there. It's just the idea of having them all be ranged, to have like ranged gameplay, like they all have some kind of gun, was weird to me.
Yeah.
When in the comics and even in the live action stuff, they all have a diverse set of like weapons that they use. You know, fighting styles.
I will say that's what Avengers did better, is like everybody played differently.
Exactly.
But then like you have the flip side, like Suicide Squad feels great.
I
Like the
haven't touched
gameplay
it.
part of it feels really good. The shooting feels very good. The traversal, not amazing, but better than fucking Avengers. But like the Avengers, they played it, so like that's the give and take. Like they focused on the shooting, so the shooting feels good, but everybody is just shooting. So
Yeah.
eh,
Kind of defeats the purpose of having like so many cool characters if they're all just
Yeah.
shooting. It's
Yeah,
just
'cause, like,
different skins, basically.
Why does King
and
Shark
they
have a
all
fucking
use the same
minigun?
weapons.
Yeah, like
I
I
don't
said,
know.
what
Harley has a mini.
I mean, Harley makes sense. She has that fucking. She's always, well, not always, but she's had that revolver recently, the past few years, right?
Yeah.
A baseball bat. Who's
Or
the
Mallet.
assassin?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you can give them all each other's weapons, so it's like even that's taken away. Like,
Wait,
Harley can have a minigun.
she can?
Yeah, she can have a minigun. Fucking King Shark can have a sniper. So it's like nothing matters there.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like their skills don't like because like
Transfer.
their skills would be like if you use sniper, this will you will do a 12
okay.
combo or something like that. So like
That makes sense.
it stays separate, but you can give King Shark a sniper, like which is I don't know why you would, but you could give him a sniper, and it's like that. It makes it feel so samey, like when you can do that. So
Fuck it, the shark gets a sniper rifle.
yeah, fuck.
Why not? Well, the one thing I will say is that our first game, hopefully, will just be a fucking single player game.
Yeah.
We won't be
that's-
live service. Not yet, at least. We won't sell our souls yet. So
That'll be
not
once-
enough for live service stuff.
That'll
Even
be
though
once
like
we turn to,
Helldivers
3D
is live
compilation.
service, but
yeah, but Helldivers is one of those rare live services that works because they actually have some pretty good content and it kind of justifies it a little bit. And plus, the prices for the microtransactions aren't that bad. It's like
you say microtransactions? Is that what you-
microtransactions. Fucking mushmouthing right
And
now.
I heard they have like free ways to get like cosmetics and stuff.
Yes, you can earn all
like,
their
in-game.
premium currency. You can earn it in the game.
That's really cool.
That's why I
That
wasn't.
makes it feel worth it.
That's why I wasn't stressing out about buying the war bond. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. These guys can get some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of it's like a tip jar if you like the game enough, but
Yeah.
Right.
not every game's that good.
No.
Most games I would say aren't that good.
Speaking of games, though, any games coming out in the near future that you guys are excited for?
Hades 2. I'm not gonna get early access. I tend to just want to get the full game. Hades 2 though, because I got my girlfriend into Hades recently,
Mm.
and like she usually plays more. She plays like The Sims and Animal Crossing and like maybe Mario.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, like we've been playing Cuphead together,
Oh, I love Cuphead.
which yeah, so like that's a pretty big jump for her. And then I got her into Hades, and so like I'm trying to get her. What I really want to do is get her to figure out how to use a right stick, like the right analog stick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But like her dealing with like these harder like 2D games first, like that's been pretty cool. So that ignited my love for Hades again. So I'm super excited for Hades too.
I've never played it, but hearing about the second one coming out makes me want to play the first one.
It's like cheap too. It's like $20 or something. So like you can
It's always on sale, too, on Steam.
yeah. So it's probably like $5.
Yeah, it's
I'll
good.
have to check it out.
I haven't like put too much time into it, but I like the gameplay.
Okay.
It's very good.
Oh.
The story's also very good. I like everything about it.
Shadow of the Erd Tree. That's what I'm excited for. I'm counting down the days, which is the Elden Ring DLC. For those of you who don't know.
You play
Yeah,
Elden Ring, Seth?
I think that's gonna bring me back into Elden. Oh my god, what is it called? Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Because like I started it and then I just dropped out of it. I think because my two friends, I was playing with them and they got way farther because like I was working a lot more than they were.
Yeah.
So it might get me back into it because like I've been hesitant. Because like at this point I need to start over, but I remember a lot of the beginning, so I kind of
Right.
don't want to, you know.
Yeah. I've had that issue with other games or like even TV shows where it'll be like a new season comes out and I don't really remember the first season, but I remember enough to where I don't want to rewatch it.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
That's the thing I like
with
about Elden Ring. Oh, go ahead. Finish.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry, dude. I never got to the bridge boss, like the very first big boss, but I had so much fun just fucking exploring those first few sections of the map.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely gonna.
Yeah,
be
it was
starting a
fun
new
just
playthrough.
like exploring and running around your horse and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just getting my shit absolutely fucking rocked.
Yeah.
That game humbles you.
Wandering into Caelid. It definitely does.
I got it from my 15-year-old cousin, and
Yeah.
this guy, okay, he's only ever really played like Fortnite and Fallout, right, and COD. I buy this motherfucker Elden Ring. I get a text 2 days later. Why?
Traumatizing the poor kid.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, you like FaZe Jev, and he had a playthrough. I mean, fuck, here you go. You wanted to play it?
What was you guys' like introduction to like the Souls games?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, I
Yeah.
had what was the Dark Souls 3? I got my shit rocked, and then the very first boss, never went back to it. But that was like 3 years before Elden Ring. But Elden Ring is way more accessible in my opinion.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like I tried playing
Yeah, for
Bloodborne
sure.
when it was free on PS4,
Uh-huh.
and never even found the
That
first
one's
boss.
hard.
I had no clue what I was doing, and I gave up and never played it again.
For Souls games, that one is hard.
That's what I've heard. But people say it's like it has like the best lore and the best like world building, so I do want to play it.
Yeah,
If
it
I
definitely
ever
has
get
like
time.
the more interesting aesthetic because everything else is kind of just like fake Europe.
Yeah.
Well, that one is too, but like
Yeah, isn't it like
Gothic
London?
Europe. Yeah,
No, that's just London, dog. All those big ass fucking things running around.
Yeah.
that's probably
It's
true.
just
Like all
normal
those
London.
like fucking werewolves walking around. Yeah,
I mean, I always appreciated From Software for what they've done for like gaming.
Oh, well, you like
yeah, because you're a
Armored
big
Core,
Armored
huh?
Core guy
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, it's funny because I dropped off Armored Core probably around PS2. I was like a little ass kid. My dad would play it.
Mm.
And then
Damn.
then AC6 came out, and I was all in. I was playing it recently, like a couple weeks ago. I fucking love that shit. I love mechs. I love big ass robots just beating the shit out of each other. You know.
Yeah, dude, robots are sick, so I definitely want to try that game out.
You heard it here first, folks. Robots are fucking sick.
Of
They are.
course.
But yeah,
Dude, I've been getting back into Transformers, like the Michael Bay movies. Those I forgot how cool they were. First one's amazing. I haven't seen the second one yet. I haven't I saw it when I was a kid, but
Oh.
haven't rewatched it yet. But I remember it being really cool.
Yeah, effects wise, those movies are great. Oh, until like
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking fourth one. But I don't know. Story wise, they could have been better. Interesting lore, but
Yeah.
story wise, it's just like, ugh, you know.
Yeah.
my mom loves those movies. My mom is like a big fucking Transformers mark for some reason. This fucking 62-year-old woman.
Shia
Look at her
LaBeouf.
face.
Shia LaBeouf did a really good job though.
Oh yeah. Especially in the first one. I love the first one. It's so good.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. You guys seen that?
That's what I would say. Who hasn't?
Angel, have you seen that? It's a meme.
Actual cannibal?
Yeah, look up actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf on YouTube when you get the chance.
I got you.
I think it's a song by Rob Cantor. Rob Cantor, is that the guy's name?
Yes, I think so. Well, it was a song. It got animated. I think that's what got it big, and then he did the live action on stage thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever
That
seen
went
this.
through its whole journey. Yeah.
This is old.
Yeah, dude, it's 2015 YouTube. It's fucking awesome.
Jesus Christ, 2015 was 9 years ago.
That's when I graduated.
Really?
Really? That's when I graduated college.
Really?
Damn, Seth. What are you, 50?
Almost.
See, I graduated 2021.
Yeah, you're
High
a
school.
baby.
That is. Speaking of school, though, I'm actually gonna go back to college this
Nice.
August.
Oh, yeah.
For what?
So pretty excited about that. Physics.
Physics.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I love science.
Have fun
I
with
know it's
that.
gonna be hard, but I think it's worth it. I think it's cool.
Oh yeah, it's gonna kick your ass, but once you get it completed, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably help you out with this, too, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Angel,
And hopefully, I'll have more time for writing.
Angel, you figure out FTO drives. God damn it! Can you imagine?
who wants space travel? I'll have it done in the next 10
Yeah,
years.
and then Armani's like, we need to conquer Mars or something. Can you whip something up real quick?
Fuck you, Elon. We're going there first.
Put a Forbidden Origins flag down.
Elon is
Eric's back on Earth, like, what the fuck? I just what are you doing?
fucking Armani. He's gonna Lisa Nalgaib is gonna fucking go full dude. I was expecting. Oh, you know what? No, let's not speak about that on the pod. We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
I think you guys might know what I'm talking about, but anyways, no, like, okay, so my friend Andrew, he's in physics. That's actually what his degree is, and
Cool.
even though I know it's not the same, I like fucking with him. I'll always be like, "Hey, when am I getting the Iron Man suit, dude? When are you gonna be my guy in the chair? when are you gonna make me a suit so I can go fuck some shit up, man?" And then he goes, his eyes get all buggy and he gets all red. He's like, "Dude, I've already told you numerous times we can't fucking do that because we don't have the capacity to make an energy source that small to power." And he goes on a whole thing, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I just like fucking with you."
Like Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave.
I tell him that shit
With a
too, and he
box
gets
of
all
scraps.
pissed. Yeah, I tell him that exact quote. And he's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up.
Yes, right.
You're mad because I'm right." Oh man, we are at an hour and 20 minutes, guys. What do you guys think? You guys want to keep going, or you want to call it?
I think I'm gonna call it. I got work in the morning.
All right, man.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
Hey, it's gonna be 60 hours. Oh my god.
Jesus. All right, guys.
Right.
Actually, Angel, you do the outro.
All right. Thank you, Seth, for coming on. This was episode 10 of Forbidden Radio. Check out Echoes of the Old Universe and the Old Universe on Barnes and Noble online. If you would like to have it stocked in your stores, you can go into your stores and ask, request it to be added to the stock. Thank you to my co-host Noah, and we hope you have a good day.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.